Okay, we're going to do one more concept on molarity. Or molality, rather. We just did molarity. Remember, molarity equals moles of solute, the thing you have the least amount of, over liters of solution. Okay, also remember that the solution is the solvent plus the solute, and so it's going to be important that you determine which is which, sometimes depending on what's going on here. Molality is the moles of solute per kilogram of solvent. This time not solution. Before we had solution, now we have solvent, this thing over here. Okay? And molality is the little m. Kilogram of solvent. Now let's try this. What is the molality of a solution composed of 30 grams of sodium nitrate and 400 grams of water? All right, usually I write it over here. Sodium nitrate. First of all, I'm going to need to figure out what that formula is. So sodium is Na and nitrate is NO3. Okay, and let's check the oxidation numbers on that. If you check the oxidation numbers, you'll notice that sodium has a +1 charge and nitrate, NO3, has a -1 charge. So this is all it is. You don't have to crisscross or anything. All right, and then of course water is H2O. So right over here we have sodium nitrate, and I have 30 grams of it. And I have water, and I have 400 grams of it. So the first job is to determine which one is the solute and which one's the solvent. And remember that the solute is what you have the least of, so this is the solute. And that most of the time the water will be the solvent. And that's going to be important because I have to divide by the kilograms of solvent, so I got to make sure I'm dividing by the right thing. Now notice that molality is moles of solute, so I've got to figure out the molar mass of sodium nitrate and figure out how many moles that would be. So you're going to need to look at the back of your textbook. And if you look in the back of your textbook, you see that sodium, we're going to do this, the molar mass of sodium basically. I'll do it down here. Sodium is 22.99 grams. Nitrogen is 14.01. And oxygen, we have 3 of them, and 16. I told you you're never going to get away from learning molar mass. So we got to add all that together to get the molar mass of sodium nitrate. So let's pull up my calculator, turn it on, and add it all together. 22.99 plus 14.01 plus 3 times 16, and that gives me 85. Make sure I did that right. 22.99 plus 14.01 plus 3 times 16 is 85. So that would be the molar mass, 85.00 grams per mole. That's the molar mass of sodium nitrate. And so in order to get moles, I got to turn my grams into moles first. So 30 grams of sodium nitrate. 1 mole is 85 grams. Grams cancel. And so let's figure out how many moles we have now using the calculator. I'll scoot it over. We have 30 divided by 85. And because there's 3 significant figures in my 30 number, then I'm going to need 3 significant figures in my answer, and it looks like that's going to give me 0.353. I'm going to have to round that 2 up to a 3. So 0.353 moles. So that's how much sodium nitrate I have. Alright, so to figure out the molality, little m is equal to moles over kilograms, moles of solute over kilograms of solvent. So the number of moles I have is 0.353 moles of solute, and the solvent is the water. Change colors for a moment here. And so I've got to turn that 400 grams into kilograms, which is dividing by 1,000, which we've done this enough now, I'm not going to work it out, but it's 0.400 kilograms. So because I've got to divide by the solvent, so 0.400 0.400 kilograms. And now we put that in a calculator to finally figure out what the molality of the solution is. Move it over again. Whoops. Okay, I don't know what I just did. Back up. Nope. There we go. Okay. So I need to be able to see my calculator. Lost that. Okay, I think we're back in business now. All right, now let's go ahead and divide this out. 0.353 divided by 0.4. And I get 0.8825. And let's see, there's three significant figures, so 0.883. 0.883 will be my answer. 0.883 little m molal. So that would be the concentration or the molality of my solution. Okay, let's recap here. You're going to have to figure out which one is a solute and which one's a solvent. Solute is the one that you have the least amount of. Solvents, then you have the most of. And then once you know that, you can figure out how many moles of the solute. The solute has to be turned into moles. And then in order to do that, I got to calculate the molar mass. Down here I did that, calculated the molar mass. Once I know the molar mass, I can figure out how many moles. And that's the number of moles right here. The number of moles here. Then I got to turn my solvent from grams into kilograms because molality has kilograms in it, not grams. And then I divide by the kilograms to get the molality of the solution itself. All right, so that's a concept of molality. You're going to have homework problems on molarity and molality, and you need to keep those straight.